and against a lefty-laden lineup for GK, that has proved especially effective.
We'll talk more about Brian Flynn in the bottom half of the inning, but first it's the right-hander Jung Jae-young who starts things off. Aaron Whitefield, Robbie Glendinning, and Jake Skoll, the top three in the Aces order. Whitefield swings at the second pitch and fouls it back. It's 1-1 to officially overturn the call via replay, but they got together and decided to overturn the call themselves. Instead, it was bases empty and 2 outs and led to 2 ejections. Whitefield sends one into right field. That's shallow for Jong. We'll see if who wants it. It's the second baseman's song.
And there was a reason that the Aces bench erupted after that. The Whitefield got heated, the Moylan got heated.
The only 3 base runners they had over the final 5 innings yesterday, 2 walks and 1 man reached on an error. But for the second time this season, the bullpen blew one of his potential wins, and that's how things ended yesterday. Glendinning sends a chopper back to the mound, knocked down by Jung. He recovers in time to throw out Glendinning, 2 up, 2 down in the first. Here's Jake Skoll, who's riding a 7-game hitting streak, picked up a single in yesterday's ball game, and as we talked about, had a hit taken away from him. But 4 multi-hit games through 7. He's hit safely in all 7. He's been a great addition to this Aces lineup as he takes a strike.
You just have to channel that onto the field and get some wins.
Skoll works the count but strikes out swinging. Good fastball there from Jung, and the inning is over. As Geelong-Korea looks for its first series win of the season, they send Jung Jin-hyuk, Jared Dale at third, Robbie Glendinning at short, George Khalil at second, and J.D. Osborne over at first. There's a strike on the outer half.
And that is a looping slider.
Next pitch from Brian, that misses downstairs, so he walks the leadoff man. Didn't want to do that. He's allowed 10 earned runs in those 21 2/3 innings. Next pitch, line drive into right field, and Jake Skoll makes the grab. On the run, throws back to first, not in time to get Jong, who scampered back to the bag.
It was a hard line drive, and he reacted really well, close to doubling up Jung Jin-hyuk, but just enough speed that even a throw on line, I don't think would have gotten that double play.
Next one to him, ripped into left field. Now that one is in for a base hit. Robson picks it up and gets it back in. But this series he's played exclusively over at the Keystone at second base. So with 2 on and 1 out, here's a grounder to third. Dale has it, steps on third for 1, over to first. An inning-ending 5-3 double play. He's been productive in every game he's played.
He's driven in a run every time he's been in the starting lineup for the Aces. Had a sacrifice fly. That was in the first game of the series, that 7-5 win for the Aces. He's just continuing to show why he won the Helms Award last year.
Aces really looking to get something going, as after the 7-run explosion, first pitch to Robson, swings and drives one in the air. Deep left center field. Lee gives chase. He's at the wall, and that ball's not coming back. A solo shot for Jacob Robson, and the Aces take a 1-0 lead here in the top of the second.
You'd expect a guy who's been in the big leagues to hit, but right there, that's a big league at bat from him. Ball hanging over the heart of the plate, and he gives it a ride. He got every stitch of that one.
Who we saw him go deep a couple times early on in the season. One of those home runs.
So many balls hit deep that off the bat looked like they weren't coming back, but that one just kept going. Looks like a bit less wind at Geelong Baseball Center today.
But he comes back from allowing the solo homer to Robson and sent that fastball over the left center field wall. Pitch is over for a strike to JD, 1-1. So that trio each with 3 homers. Another swing and a miss. It's 1-2 on JD. 3 homers to go with 3 doubles. Hopefully that gets him going. Ground ball up the middle, a seeing eye single. Another base hit for the Aces. 2 hits in the inning. And Osborne's a 2-out base runner for the 8-hitter George Khalil. And all 5 of those came in his first 5 at-bats of this series. He's also driven in 5. 4 of those came in game 1. Jacob Robson's solo shot the difference right now. Osborne takes off for second. No throw. A pump fake from the catcher Kim as he held on to it. He's successful in his first attempt of the season.
And not a guy you expect to steal a lot of bases. Good speed for sure. Robson was off towards first. Even if the ball was thrown to second, he's safe.
Defensively for Geelong-Korea in this one, Kim's behind the plate. 2 balls and 2 strikes on Khalil with Osborne out at second. Next pitch, swing and a miss on the fastball. 3 strikeouts for Jong Jae-young. Bottom 2 with the left-handed hitting Park Ju-hung due up. First pitch, ground ball foul down the first baseline. Did not go the Aces' way in the late going yesterday.
And most of those hits came in the last 3 innings. It was a great inning where they got those 3 runs, but they cooled down pretty quickly after that, and you just didn't really see the urgency to try and get them back up.
Take a look at the replay there. Just a good hard fastball on the outer half.
Closer to regaining that league lead.
Give him 29 now on the season.
Certainly strikeouts are his MO. He can get outs by contact as well, but
it's Stuart Howe back behind the plate here today. He had game 1 of the series, and there's strikeout number 2 for Flynn. He goes with the slider, down and away in the dirt, and that's too easy for Brian Flynn. He's ahead in the count 1-0. I mentioned Stuart Howe has the plate today. Same umpires for the entire series. Next pitch from Flynn, good pitch on the outer half. And next one from Brian. That one's a called strike 3 as well. A late strike 3 call, but Flynn retires the side in order. He does it with 3 strikeouts, 2 swinging, 1 looking. Into his third at-bat, he had only taken 1 pitch, but if you're seeing good pitches, you might as well swing, and if you can barrel them up like Matt O'Neill does, why not?
And Aaron Whitefield, dummy to bunt. Now an 0-1 count. Called strike 2. He continues the pace, the 0-2. Whitefield swings and misses an outside breaking ball. And it is the second out of the 3rd inning for Jung. He's got 4 on the game.
Well, he's got some sneaky, nasty stuff.
He's 0 for 1 with a ground out back to the pitcher. High but foul, 1-1. 2 other GK pitchers for the leagues, for the team's strikeout league.
But Robbie gets another shot now.
2-2, hit high in the air, deep into left field, going back, and that ball is gone. Robbie Glendinning makes Geelong pay, and a second solo shot has it 2-0 Aces.
They're having some fun today, and that's just a sweet swing breaking ball that was left over the middle, and he did not miss it.
Yeah, Jung hung that curved ball.
The Aces put another one on the board an inning after they scored the first run of the game. Now they just have to keep adding on. I mean, hey, you know, we'll take just keep putting runs on the board. That's all you can ask for.
0-1 to Skull, hit high and foul, and it's quickly 0-2 on him.
Bring in 2023 at the ballpark.
Payoff pitch. Hit high in the air into right field. Easy run for Jung Jin Hyuk. The wind takes it a bit forward, but he stays in front of it to make the catch for out number 3.
And he's been really efficient. His last couple starts, he's struggled because he's needed to throw a lot of pitches, was giving up a lot of base hits in his last 2 starts.
Strike to lead off the 3rd to Park Jung Hyun as he sends this pitch to first base. Sliding stop by Osborne, flips to Flynn, but just misses out on the race to the bag. Gauze or some cotton on the throwing hand thumb of Jung Jae-young without allowing a run to Melbourne. Swing and a miss, the throw to second on the money, but a better run to second base for Park Jung Hyun. And a very close one, but a 1-2 count to Lee Won-suk.
He had a big jump. O'Neill did everything he could, made a great throw, and
but Flynn looking for another K. The payoff. Chopped to second, easy play for Khalil, looks to third, but gets the easy out at first base. There was no play at third.
Flynn with a good matchup here, lefty-lefty. We'll see if he can get him this time.
That was So Jun Won starting to get loose for GK as that pitch is fouled off by Jung Jin Hyuk.
Nice run by Dale to try to make the play.
Here's the 0-1. Hit on the ground at first, that should score a run. It's Khalil who makes the play, and 4-3 is the out, but the run scores. Park Jung Hyun in there safely, and it's 2-1. And we'll take a look. Park Jung Hyun off on contact. Now Kim Ju Sung recorded the first out of the game.
He's got some blood on his pant leg.
Swing and a miss, strike 3. Kim Ju Sung absolutely fooled by the outside pitch, and Brian Flynn has his 4th punch out of the ball game. Wouldn't have been good if he had 2 games he had to leave early with a cut on his thumb, but he'll be greeted by a difficult part of the Aces lineup
jumped all over the GK bullpen once he left the game.
And George fouls that back, count 1-2.
We get a 13-inning game and all that rain.
George grounds this past shortstop, and that's into left field for a base hit. So a leadoff single for Darryl George since Perth, where he went 5 for 13 with 2 RBIs. And
this is a guy who can spray the ball all over the yard, and he's not too far off from getting back to doing
everything else. It's been at least 2 to 3 pitches. 2-2. Swing and a miss. There's strike 3. Jung Jae-young responds to Robson's home run with a strikeout swinging. And GK's K leader gets his 5th of the ball game. Flynn has 4 strikeouts, and he also has 32 now. As that one's hit up the middle, flip back to second for 1, on to first. Just got him. I thought for a second Jared Dale might have beaten that play, but an impressive 6-4-3 to end the 4th inning. Brian Flynn back out for the bottom of the 4th inning. Ace is in the lead, and he wastes no time getting Song Chan Oi to swing at a breaking ball. Base hits on the game for GK. And there's another one. Rolled it into right field. And another leadoff single. Guys like Robbie Glendinning, Aaron Whitefield will be in that World Baseball Classic coming in March. And a whole lot of all-star talent on those squads. 2-1. Hit on the ground and foul, count 2-2.
And there's always been a ton of talent on those World Baseball Classic rosters.
2-2. Hit on a line into left field for a base hit, so 2 straight singles lead off the 4th for GK. And now the go-ahead run is on first to bring up Park Joo-hong. Flynn looks at second base, and he deals. Hard line drive, and that's going to fall into right field for a base hit. Skoll's going to come up firing home. It's cut off, and the bases are loaded.
Can get that big out number 1 here and then go from there.
1-0. Another slider chopped towards the first base line, but foul.
Good fundamental baseball.
1-1. Not sure if that hit the hand or the bat of Oh Jung-han, and it is on the hands. So a hit by pitch sends O to the ground, but it sends the tying run home. The mound, or on the top of the strikeout leaderboard. Ball to third base, flip to home plate, and that's all they'll get. Good idea by Jared Dale to get the force out and prevent the run from scoring.
Baseball with his foot on home plate. Now that's a situation, if we had a little better camera angle, see how far the runner was down the first base line. A higher throw they may have been able to early on this season. See if he can do it again.
He did it against Geelong as this ball is popped up into shallow right field. Skoll calls off Khalil, and he's going to make the catch for the out. Park will stay on third base, and there's 2 away. The sacrifice is off the table. Came up against Geelong in the second game of the season as the breaking ball settles in on Lee Won-suk for a called strike. And he just allowed 2 of the extra runners to score as this one is hit into shallow right field. Skoll coming on, and he makes the catch in foul territory. Jeremy Young comes on in the toughest of situation and gets the job done. Still in the game for GK, despite some noticeable blood on the right leg of his pants. 1-1. Hit up the middle by Osborne, and that's going to find green grass for a base hit. J.D. Osborne, 2 singles in the 5th inning of yesterday's ball game. As Khalil fouls that off himself. Count 0-1. Now it's an 0-1 on Khalil. Osborne is a swipe already. As Khalil pops a bunt into the air behind the plate, Kim Ki-yoon makes the catch for the first out of the inning. O'Neill coming up to the plate as we take a look, and Khalil just got underneath that bunt. And he knew it. He wasn't happy with it. The pitch. Curveball settles on the outside corner to Matt O'Neill. 47 going for strikes. 0-1, another curveball, another strike. Jung's got 5 strikeouts already today. 0-2. Called strike 3, number 6 on the day for Jung Jae-young. Sole possession of third place in the league leaders for strikeouts.
Slider's been good as well. He's a really solid young pitcher. I mean, this GK team, we saw it from the jump in round 1 of the ABL season. Just hang around and be a nagging injury and really mess with a pitcher, but he's fought through it.
0-1. Whitefield pops it up into right field. It's going to stay on the infield dirt, and it's Sung-Chan Oi who makes the squeeze for the final out of the innings. Top of the order, as that one is in there for a strike. Jung Jin Hyuk, Kim Ju Sung, and Sung-Chan Oi due up for GK, and Young is moving really quickly. That ended with a 5-2-3 double play, and he looks like he's going to get another out here. Easy play popped up for Jake Skoll for out number 1.
And Young does a great job of really painting the corners, and he doesn't leave a lot of balls in the middle of the zone.
So 0-1 now the count to Kim Ju Sung, and Young gets this one back up to Jake Skoll again. He'll trot back towards the warning track, a couple steps in front of it. He'll make the grab for out number 2. The fielder's choice, and then 4 straight flyouts.
Protection in the lineup that he didn't have over the first few rounds because Ha didn't seem game action because of an injury. But now he has that protection behind him. You thinking either fastball low and away or slider low and away right here. So stay away from him.
Payoff pitch into left field, right to Jacob Robson. So the corner outfielders getting their practice as Jeremy Young has retired all 6 that he's faced. We're still tied up here in the 5th inning. Probably replacing Oh Jung Han, and it is confirmed. So likely that wrist injury takes O out of the game. And 1 pitch, 1 out here in the 6th as Robbie Glendinning grounds to short. 12 hits on the season, 4 doubles and a homer for Skoll, as this one is launched into left center field, and an easy play for Lee Won-suk. So Skoll is now 0 for 3, the longest he's gone without a hit in a game. 75 pitches through is Jung Jae Young. Here's 76. Gets George to swing and miss at a high fastball. George has got himself on the board hit-wise. 1-1, curveball in there for a called strike. In the opening game, did record a sac fly, but no hit in an 0-1 day. 1-2. Hit the other way into right field. Easy play for Jung Jin Hyuk, and he'll make the grab. And GK making it look easy.
Yeah, he's been really good. And Young, like I said earlier, well rested. He was ready for this opportunity.
And that is hit deep into left field and gone. So broadcasters jinx a bit there. Ha-Jae Boom
continues to blister the baseball. This is just a changeup that was just left way up in the zone, and Ha's not going to miss that one.
Now Park Ju-hong sends this the other way, and that's going to fall in front of Jake Skoll for a base hit.
But here on out, and now he's got to work from behind after working in a tie game. No breathing room, and yeah, that one is crushed.
This one hit to right field. That's going to go into foul territory. 0-1. Swing and a miss. Young fools him with the fastball there, and it's 0-2. No home runs, but 3 RBIs, 3 doubles, 12 for 42 on the season with 3 runs scored. 0-2, hit high in the air out to left field. Robson's going back. He's on the track, hand on the wall, and that's going to go over the wall.
And Young's given up 2 homers and a single to start this 6th inning. Really got to get some outs. Take a look at it. I mean, that pitch isn't even really in the zone. That's a little bit off the plate, and you just took advantage of it, and the wind blowing out that way, put a good swing on it.
Getting his 2nd appearance of the series. Young in line for the loss after 2 scoreless, 3 hits, and 3 runs. 2 of those hits left the yard. Half of his appearances have come against GK. 3-1, cut on and miss, and the count runs full. But was very solid against GK earlier this series, as he's going to get the first out of the inning. Easy play for Jake Skoll in right, 1 gone here in the 6th. Now Fox the 1-0. Hit high in the air out to right center field, drifting towards Whitefield in center, and back to Skoll for out number 2.
So, but you just put a good swing on it, and the wind took it the rest of the way.
0-1. Swing and a miss. Fox blows a fastball by the GK center fielder to make it 0-2.
Low pressure scenario, down 3, but still he's taking advantage of the opportunity.
1-2, a liner right to Glendinning. Makes a jumping catch to end off the frame, but the damage done for Geelong.
But Geelong-Korea grabbed a run in the bottom of the 3rd. They got one more in the 4th. 3-1 to Robson. He sends this one in the air to center. As the center fielder Lee goes back, makes the grab. And they came early in the game. Geelong's 2 homers, a solo, and a 2-run, and they came with the game tied. Now the Aces find themselves trailing once again. Dale swings at a breaking ball, and that one misses.
The starters in 3 and 4 for GK, who have been 2 of the best in the league. Got to give them a lot of credit.
Dale tries to check his swing, appeal down to first. He went around, says the first base umpire Jeff Dunn, and things going from bad to worse for the Aces here as Dale's retired on strikes for out number 2.
We'll see if he went around on this replay.
The ABL resumes with round 7 starting on December 29th. The Aces back at home for that. Up and in at J.D. Osborne. He's plunked in the shoulder. That one got away from Jung Jae Young. And the Aces have a 2-out base runner here in the 7th.
But they've just let Geelong back into the game time after time, and that has been an issue for the Aces of late. For whatever reason, they're just not playing consistently strong baseball at the level that we all have seen them capable of.
Approaching the 100-pitch mark. That's pitch number 97, and it leads to another strikeout. 2 punch-outs in the inning, no runs, no hits, no errors, 1 man left for the Aces. And we've got a new pitcher here on this punt 1-2-3 pitching change. The Aces will bring on right-hander Jack Enciando to face the top 3. Enciando's first pitch is yanked down the right field line. Skoll gives chase. That one's down for a base hit. We'll see how far Jung goes. He's around second, heading for third. Slips a little bit on his way to third. Here's the relay throw, not in time. And it's a leadoff triple for Jung Jin Hyuk here in the bottom of the 7th.
Not a lot of hits in this series for Jung Jin Hyuk, but he hammered that one really well hit and just in a really difficult spot to make a play on with a little bit more, a wider amount of space down that right field side and good speed to get himself to third as well.
He's 0 for 3. Line out, a strikeout, and a flyout. Enciando gets a curveball over for a strike.
I mean, too many injuries that the Aces have seen this year, and Enciando has been one of the unfortunate casualties of that, but a really nice-looking pitch there to Kim Joo-sung. They're still seeing teams later on in the season that they've had some success against, like Perth. That's going to be a big series towards the end of the year.
Well, there's a big out number 1 right there as Kim pops up to the first baseman, Osborne, in foul ground.
Getting him out and leaving the runner on third base would be huge.
Up and in at him. And it looks like that clipped him on either the jersey or that elbow guard. Enciando not so sure about that one. Aces could see themselves out of this inning. Here's Ha Jae-hoon, who homered his last time up. Good fastball there from Enciando.
Big pitch right here for Enciando. You do not want to walk Ha Jae-hoon to low the bases.
Popped up, and this is going to be a big out number 2. We'll see who wants it. Glendinning makes the grab in the middle of the diamond. And another pop out induced by Jack Enciando. First pitch from Enciando, fouled back.
Ideally for out number 3, you've got Park Joo-hong, a lefty hitter, a really strong bat, and Enciando pitched him very well.
Nice job by J.D. Osborne to knock that one down, step on the bag to end the inning.
And, I mean, power to him. I mean, you can still see the blood on his pant leg, but that cut has seemed to heal up just fine. And
O'Neill's been one of the most consistent hitters on this team as he fouls one back. Who throws what, signals, the game within the game. O'Neill swings through that one there. But although he's headed back to the dugout, Matt's done a great job.
Maybe the best catcher in the league. You should definitely say that. Hitting-wise,
looking at the scores around the rest of the league, the Auckland Tuatara and the Sydney Blue Sox tied at 2 in the late innings. That's in extras out in Sydney. 2 in the 4th for Adelaide, but then a 5 spot for the Heat in the 3rd. So a lot of offense around the ABL today. Glendinning ready to go. Long pause from Jung. Here it is. Fastball, swing and miss. Throw down to second, not in time. And Whitefield has his team-high 9th stolen base of the season.
More than double now, the amount of stolen bases as anyone else in the league, and there's a reason why.
Aces with 5 outs to work with. Glendinning swings through the 2-1. It's 2-2. 2-2. Glendinning skies one to the middle of the diamond. See who wants that one. It is the shortstop, Park, who fights the sun and makes the grab for out number 2. Today with 2 down now in the 8th. Glendinning saw a pitch he liked, but got just under it.
They're hitting all 7 of the games he's played in, and I don't think any would be bigger than if he gets one here.
He has struck out at least one batter in every inning except the 6th. There's a swing and a miss. Skull chased outside, expanding the strike zone. It's 0-2. Tall right-hander ready. Here it is. Good pitch down in the zone. Looked like a changeup. And Jung Jae-young picks up his 10th strikeout of the game. He strikes out 2 in a scoreless 8th. We've got another punt 1-2-3 pitching change as left-hander Evan Rutsky comes on. Once again, tied with Steve Kent for the most appearances out of the Aces bullpen this season. So 3 outs to play with. They need 3 to keep it going. Rutsky looking to just keep it at 3 runs right now. Good looping breaking ball there from the tall lefty, and it's 2-2. Good target from O'Neill, the 3-2. Breaking ball sent in the air, shallow left. Robson calls everybody off. That ball's his. And Rutsky has out number 1 in the 8th. Good start to Rutsky's afternoon, his 2nd appearance of the series. Aces have a pair of homers as well. Jacob Robson and Robbie Glendinning solo shots in the 2nd and 3rd respectively. Next pitch, good curveball, freezes the GK catcher. He'll head back to the dugout.
Got to be a candidate for it. I mean, that started like 3 meters.
And for a right-handed hitter, it looks like it's a ball outside, and then at the last second drops back in. 2 outs, and there's that curveball again. Just freezes hitters.
Like to see another 1 or 2 of those curveballs here.
Another one to Park Jung-hyun. Nice play by Dale on the short hop. Strong throw across the diamond to Osborne, and it's a 1-2-3 8th inning for Evan Rutsky and Jared Dale. 4-5-6, the heart of the order due up against a new pitcher as George swings at the first pitch and rips one to short, but that is out number 1 on 1 pitch. So George hit it hard. Robson, a guy who's got the on-base percentage up over 370. Love to see that out of a middle-of-the-order guy. He skies one in the air to left field. This one's got a chance to go. Oh, looks up. He'll just turn and watch it fly. Fire me up, Jacob Robson, his 2nd home run of the game.
Have some momentum now in the 9th inning.
So Robson goes yard for the 2nd time today. 2 home runs for Jacob. The last ace with a multi-home run game was Robbie. As the Aces look for a 9th inning rally. Dale swings and skies one in the air. This one's playable for Lee. He comes on, makes the catch. Now the Aces are down to their final out. If Osborne can reach, that'll bring the tying run up. Here's a pop-up out to 2nd. That should do it, and it does. So Osborne retired on a couple pitches. The ball game's over. The Aces fall a couple runs shy. And Geelong-Korea finish off a 5-3 win